Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My name's Keir Smith. For today's video I'm joining a thread started by Mike over on his channel MGK Boston. He's asking us to name and show 5 albums that we were listening to when we were just 12, 13 years old. I really like Mike and his channel, and he made a really cool video and made some interesting picks, so it got me thinking, and yeah, I was keen to join this thread. And in Mike's video, he touched upon what his parents were playing around the house and what he remembers them playing. And that got me thinking about my mum, who would play this dreary, dull Irish music, especially on a Sunday morning. That was her thing, but what my brothers were listening to was infinitely more interesting to me. Both of my brothers are older than me, Craig by around 18 months and Liam by 3.5 years. So they would bring the music into the house. I was 13, not working, I had a bit of pocket money, so they would bring the music into the house and we'd sit upstairs, argue over who was going to play next on the computer, but we'd all listen to music together. And I specifically remember my brother Liam bringing the first Beatles CD into the house, but I was 14 then. But there was a good few albums that we were listening to that led to that point, so I'll share them with you now. So the first album I'm going to show is the first album that came to mind when I thought about this thread, and that is Guns N' Roses' Use Your Illusion 1. Yes, heavy rock, straight away. I'm just looking at the track list in here. We've got Right Next Door to Hell opening the album, Live and Let Die, Wings, Paul McCartney song. I heard it by Guns N' Roses first. Don't Cry, which is a great rock ballad, brilliant song. You Ain't the First, Back Off Bitch. See, these were like exciting titles and heavy going to my tender ears, but I loved it. Double Talking Jive, November Rain, what a song, The Garden. But I always remember the last song on the album, Coma, that goes on for around about 10 minutes, but we absolutely loved that. We poured over how great that was. So yeah, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1, great stuff. The second album I'm going to show, which equally blasted into my tender ears at the age of 13, is Nirvana, Nevermind. Such a great album, one of the albums of my life. Love it. And I specifically remember my brother borrowing this from a good friend on tape cassette, and we sat in the kitchen and listened to it all the way through, and oh, just incredible. Great song after great song after great song. But the one that stood out to me when I was young was Come As You Are. And I rather liked the subtle beauty of songs like Polly and Something in the Way. This was always my brother Craig's favourite band, but me, Craig and Liam, we all absolutely love Nirvana. And I remember my brother Liam bringing in Queen's Greatest Hits, which was absolutely fantastic. I've got it as part of this triple Greatest Hits box set now, but it's this one. That's the one. Just about every song was absolutely fantastic. Again, I'm just looking at the track list in here. It starts with Bohemian Rhapsody, but another one bites the dust. Killer Queen has always been a huge favourite of mine. Fat Bottom Girls and Bicycle Race, they're fantastic. You're My Best Friend, absolutely love that song. That was always the kind of like the hidden gem to me, even though it was a hugely popular song. Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Somebody to Love, Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy. What a great tune that is. Growing up, I've always been slightly disappointed by Queen's albums. I really like A Night at the Opera, but apart from that, they never really made a classic, dare I say it. But back then when I was 13, we played this disc to death. And I was telling my brother Craig earlier today about my intention to make this video, and I was just jogging his memory to see what else we were listening to, and he kindly reminded me that we was listening to this hip-hop classic, Doggy Style by Snoop Doggy Dogg. Oh, the fun we had listening to this album. It's filthy, it's obscene, it's gangster rap at its finest, and I can't repeat these lyrics, but my brother would sing along and he'd know all of the words and he'd make gestures as he was singing the words, and he had me in stitches. It was just hilarious, and yeah, we love this album. We played it, it felt like daily, but yeah, brilliant, great memories too. Highlights include Gin and Juice, The Shiznit, Murder Was the Case, Ain't No Fun, absolutely brilliant. G's and Hustlers, just brilliant. We loved it. And lastly, and sorry I don't have the CD to show you, I'm sure I've got it somewhere and I spent a good half an hour rummaging through boxes trying to find it today, but it may well be that I don't have it anymore. I'm not a particularly big fan of this group. It's The Prodigy with Music for the Jilted Generation, which again, I clearly remember listening to when we were young. To my ears, it was kind of like a little bit scary, but a bit exciting at the same time. And I like some of the songs on there: Voodoo People, You're No Good, Start the Dance. But there was a particular track that haunted me on there. It's the second song on the album, if I remember right. It's called Break and Enter. It had this kind of like high-pitched female wail and this kind of like eerie, spooky music. It's one of them albums I remember fondly from when I was a kid, but I kind of grew out of it, to be honest. So that's what I was listening to as a wee boy, just 13 years old. And I'm quite happy with that collection. That's a cool little bunch, I think. Use Your Illusion 1 by Guns N' Roses, very good. Nirvana, Nevermind. Queen's Greatest Hits, fantastic. Doggy Style by Snoop Doggy Dogg, not for everyone, but certainly has its place. And The Prodigy, music for the jilted generation, not bad. And be sure to check out Mike's video over at MGK Boston and see what picks he made. And thanks to Mike for the cool thread video idea. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you for my next video sometime soon. Until then, peace and love. Bye for now.